Welcome to Humor Helps, a place where we attempt to chronicle the daily fun things that we have to go through as parents to get ourselves through life. We attempt to find the humor in all of these crazy situations that we find ourselves in, saying things we never thought we'd have to say, and the only way we can get through them by laughing. Today, we're talking about one of our most recent adventures, hair.
Every time my hair gets in the way, I'm always like, oh, okay, this means I should probably cut it.
Don't cut it.
Cut it really short.
I don't want her to cut it.
Make it like a huge
afro. The reason we're talking about hair is lately it seems like hair brushing in particular with our oldest child has become a serious problem. We have 3 children. 7-year-old McKenna, who's got beautiful long brown straight hair. We have a 3-year-old Landon. He just has short hair, and then Grant, who is starting to have curly hair. We think.
Yep.
He could have curly hair.
Curly in the back.
And he is 1 on Christmas morning.
I just want to cut it all.
Don't cut it, please. It's so beautiful.
I know, but McKenna's hair is just, it gets down to the part where I can't get the brush down, and I just want to.
What was that? Is that like a scythe, like you're harvesting something? Just a single swipe?
Yes. It could be cute on hers. Yeah, I cut my hair a lot, and it was because of this movie that we had. My family had like 5 or 6 VHSs, and one of them was Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. And in that movie, she has long hair, and she cuts her hair really short and runs away, and she falls in love with this guy. And in my 4-year-old mind, I thought, okay, so that's the equation. You cut your hair, you get a cute guy in the end. So after watching that show, I would go to the bathroom and snip, 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 snip. My mom would hide like my bald spots with big bows and try and cover it up with my curly hair.
I've seen this picture. Are you going to put this picture up right there?
And I pretty much had a poofy afro growing up. I woke up and it was all dark, and I'm pretty blind without my contacts and my glasses, and she came into my room and she's like, "Mom, what do you think?" And of course the response is always, "You're so beautiful, honey, you're so beautiful." And she's like, "Oh, thank you. Just don't go into the bathroom." And I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, "What's in the bathroom?" She's like, oh, nothing. I walk in there and there's hair everywhere, and I didn't know what it was really because I didn't have my contacts in. So I'm like opening the contact case and putting my contacts in and looking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's hair everywhere.
But then you looked at her.
And I looked at her.
And the hair that was everywhere was no longer on her head.
No, it was this big bald spot right in front of her hair. Oh, what did you do? And she started crying, and it was pretty.
And then the picture was taken just before the crying, I believe.
Yes,
or
just after, so you can still see some
yeah, it's pretty epic.
sad tears.
So, before she didn't have bangs, and now she definitely has bangs.
Yep. And they were cute.
They were cute.
They grew out. Pretty cute. Yeah.
But now she still screams when you brush her hair.
Yeah, that's true. And then I threatened to cut her hair. Kenna, you're just fine. You're just fine. Let me have the brush.
She did one thing when she was a little girl where she would do the twist in her hair. I don't know if any of you guys have had this issue, but she would, even when we're sitting just watching a movie or just hanging out, she would just take her finger and she'd twist her hair. And that kind of calmed her down, and she would do it all the time. In fact, she got so used to doing it, she would do it almost without even thinking about it, subconsciously. She'd do it like in her sleep. So she'd wake up in the morning and one side of her hair was just fine, the other side was this huge rat's nest. And it got so bad, I think we broke a couple brushes trying to get through that.
Yeah, I had to cut some chunks out too.
Oh gosh.
So bad. When we got married, I thought it was just a normal thing to cut one's husband's hair because, growing up, my mom always cut my dad's hair. My dad has really curly hair, and I thought it was just so cute, and I was like, that's her way of showing she loves him. And so I think it was like a month into our marriage, I'm like, so when do I get to cut your hair? And you were just like,
no.
What? No.
So, what are you talking about? I have an actual, barber cut my hair. I know, crazy, right?
I was pretty sad with that.
She was more than sad. She was pissed. She's like, why won't you let you cut my hair? It was like,
don't you trust me?
Yeah, it was, don't you trust me? Don't you think I'm good enough? I'm like, well, you don't have any training. That was the wrong thing to say. Don't ever say anything like that. But eventually...
I have training. I'm like, I'll get better over time. It was pretty sad. And then I thought, okay, when I have kids, I'll be able to cut their hair. And I still haven't been able to cut their hair. I tried once with Landon, and he kept moving like this. And when I was buzzing it.
Yeah, we didn't have very good clippers. It was outside, so we just ended up like this. It was so bad that I finally just put him in the car with me. We drove to the barber's and got his haircut.
Because the tool died in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I was just like,
it was because the battery died. The moral of the story is, the reason we do these videos is to let our kids see what it was like with them growing up in 10 years in the future. And parenting is hard. Humor helps.
Comment below if you have a funny hair story that you would like to share with us. And any tips, maybe, of like how to handle
screaming children whilst brushing their hair.
Yes.
Or any suggestions on videos you'd like to see in the future about topics that you've had to go through or topics that you're struggling through. We've probably gone through it, or
we will
we're
eventually.
Scared we'll work through it together. It's been fun. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.